Yeah. So, we've decided to run aground. Well, we haven't run aground, we've just sat here and taken the ground. Yeah, it's like a spring tide, and so we're really low. We're at the lowest now, and I think we're in about 1.5 meters of water, so we're touching the bottom, but nothing serious, I hope. We're just hoping that we got the tides right and we're not going to get any lower than this, but that should be fine. We're going to use the hook. Yeah, that's the bottom there. So that's the depth. Yeah, so pretty low. Pretty low now. Yikes. Okay, so our batteries are dead and we're running the engine now just to keep them alive, so we're gonna have to make an emergency stop at a marina tomorrow just to plug into shore power to try and save them, and I'm not happy about it. Nice Easter sail.
Yeah,
back to Falmouth Town after a lovely week on the river, so
yeah,
it'll be nice. A little bit deflated, as it does feel like we're sort of one step forward, two step back, but
it'll be fine. We'll back out in no time.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? It's a good test. Lucky it didn't happen out in the Biscay for us. No shame in it. We'll come back, regroup, head back out.
Exactly. Reprovision, regroup, we'll be fine.
So let us just do my love and not stop thinking of this over. Let's just do my love and see where it goes. So let us just.
Right, sorry for the poor lighting. Just trying to keep the lights low as we run this capacity test. So this is the test. We are back in the marina because there's a huge blow coming in soon to like 60 knots or something. So we want the protection of the marina, but also because we want to run this capacity test while we've got shore power available. You can just hear the fan kicking in on the inverter there, sorry. So what I've done, I've just picked something that will use a known wattage, which is our little heater. This one, there's a setting on that that's 750 watts. So I'm going to run that for a known period, which I think maybe half an hour. Check the batteries and see what we've used, and then see what it is once it's switched off again and the batteries come back up to a resting rate. Then yeah, we'll be able to see then how much we've lost in that time, calculate the capacity that then it's saying that it's got. I guess that's a bit confusing. Maybe I'll explain it a bit better later. So currently keeping nice and warm in the boat with the heater on and the test running, so you can't really see it too well, but the battery monitor's there, and so I'm just keeping an eye on that, keeping an eye on the voltage that the battery's saying, and seeing how we get on. Okay, so I think we've been doing about maybe 4 or 5 minutes of the test now. We've got the inverter on and we've got say 3.9 amps coming through. That's the inverter plus the heater on there. So this is now the main bank there, 12.10 volts. The auxiliary should be our engine battery, which shouldn't be affected by the test. And then we'll go through and see them. The batteries are saying they've got 97.6% left. We've used 6.2 amp hours of an available 150, for example. And we're running, or it's using 825 or 26 watts, 750 from the heater, and potentially then 100 of lights on and inverter on. We'll just see what happens to the voltage here and how far it goes, and that should give us an idea of the life or the capacity, obviously, then of our batteries, once we figure out if it's doing what it should do for the capacity we should have. Right, we're sort of 23 minutes into the test. Got voltage down to 11.86 or 875. It's falling, obviously. That's actually falling quite fast now. Just lost a little notch off this as well. 89.9, 25.5 amp hours. Oh, that's our alarm going off. So that's probably now time to stop the test, I guess. Yeah, it's quite rapidly falling now, actually. Yeah, so that's interesting. Maybe it's time to turn them off. So the capacity test showed that we have around 25 usable amp hours left in our battery bank. If the batteries were healthy, we should have about 390 amp hours total, split across 3 130 amp hour batteries, with maybe 50% of that as usable amp hours. So we should have 195 amp hours usable, and not 25. This means we only have around 13% of usable capacity left. So our batteries are pretty damaged, and it's probably time we lose the dead weight and get some new ones. As getting new batteries will take a while, we decided to go sailing and forget about our worries. Our solar would keep us going during the day, but we just need to be conservative at night time with our 25 amp hours. We're heading to a small fishing village called Mevagissey, about 25 nautical miles away. Does it look alright? Tight. Again, a bit shallow. Just need to get that bow turn around. Very clear. 2.3 meters depth. Okay, leaving Falmouth again. I was about to say Brighton. 7 in the morning. What a stunning view. A lucky feather. Perfect.
So let us just do my love and not stop thinking of this over. Let's just do my love and see where it goes. So let us just do.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
So we're just coming out the Carrick roads from Falmouth, and we are heading to Mevagissey. There's currently 1.4 knots of wind.
It's gonna be a sporty sail.
Yeah, we're meeting some friends this evening in Mevagissey, which will be nice. Also, we wanted to see Buoy, which is just the next sort of harbour along before we leave for Spain. So we just thought, as we've got battery issues, we just thought, let's take the opportunity to get up there, have a little explore, see some more places in Cornwall before we go, and maybe spend a week in Fowey and then come back down. So yeah, we thought we'll just leave on no wind anyway, and just, if we got a motor, it'd be a good test of the motor and the P bracket and all that work as well. So I'm not mad about it, but
And it's such a beautiful day.
you can't be mad about this. So yeah, it's just perfect out here otherwise. So it's lovely. Yeah, we were thinking we weren't going to do it because there was not enough wind.
I know, it's perfect.
Perfect. We're doing 4.5, 4.6 knots. No knots of wind.
I've had 2, I've had such a rapid.
We're off. Just got to watch out for these fishing pots, which there are plenty of. Plenty of in the Cornish Sea. Still some bit of swell rolling around left over from Storm Noah, but nothing we can't handle. Touch wood. but it seems like it's obviously not getting any worse, so we're fine.
So let us just do my love and not stop thinking of this over. Let's just do my love and see where it goes.
So yeah, we've got about 10 knots of wind and we're doing 4.5 knots in it, which is great. It's just off the port quarter. Yeah, full sail up. A little bit of a heel on, not too bad. There's a bit of just gentle rolly swell left over from Storm Noah a couple of days ago, but otherwise it's dead flat and we're not worried, and the sun's out and this is just,
Oh, it's so beautiful.
it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
Just
So get out.
being out, going somewhere, putting some waypoints in the chart plotter and yeah, putting the wind in the sails is great. We've borrowed a generator off one of our friends up in the river just to get us out of that sticky situation, and now we've actually we've bought our own generator now, which is just sitting down here. Yeah, that's, I mean, not ideal, but it'll get us out of the situation. But yeah, so we're going to go to Fowey, forget about it for a little bit.
Mevagissey, and then we're going to go to Fore.
Mevagissey, then Fowey, and then during that time we're going to be trying to ring people, get this sorted, get us some batteries sent out, so the next week we can come potentially back to Falmouth, pick them up, or get them sent somewhere up here, install them. We're going to go lithium now that we've kind of been given a conundrum of what to do. We might as well if we can. So that's where we are, and we'll just then look from maybe or hopefully the end of next week then to see if we can start sailing that way instead and out and across the Biscay.
So yeah, that's our little update, and we're just going to enjoy our lovely sail.
Slow enough though, got enough depth. Yeah, a proper little working harbour, this one. First impressions are there's a lot of fishermen about, fisher people, but it looks absolutely stunning. And we just moored, one for the first time in a harbour,
Yeah.
and two for the first time fore and aft moorings.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Good. We did it. It was the first time we got it on, so it was good.
Yeah.
They're fairly easy things because even if you can't get the eyelet, like it's kind of attached with the long sort of plastic thing around the rope, so you can kind of like hook it and pick it up.
I was worried we'd lose the stern as we were drifting. You know, the tide's pushing us this way, and there is a little breeze pushing us this way too. I was worried the stern would go over to these rocks, literally just there. But we were in a perfect position to drift onto that stern one. The fisherman came past actually and said, "Do you want a hand with the rope?" And so obviously, anyone asks you for help, you take it. But I don't think we would have struggled to get it.
No. I think we were literally drifting on, so it was perfect.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
And they are easy to pick up, the buoys in here.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 on the stern. So even if you missed one, I think you'd be able to pick up the other one. So it's fine, yeah.
No, well done. Achievement unlocked.